Hello and welcome back to Idle Kingdom Defense. So today, we're still at 17,170. I'm going to show you that in a bit. I just wanted to clean up my collection of gear. And as you can see, 17,170, still exactly where we left off. And let's get started. So of course, today is a beautiful day for Portal. And even though there hasn't been a new hero, I am still collecting as many hero seals as possible because you never know. You never know. I have reached out to Stormex about when the next update is. I've been seeing that a lot in the comments, so I figured it's something I should at least reach out to them and let them know. I'm sure there's something in the works. I can't imagine that they would just stop updating the game. A lot of us still play it, and I know a lot of people watch the channel for it. So the game's still pretty popular, so I'm sure it's just... I can see how it could be hard to follow up with Total War. You have to kind of determine what's the next direction of the game. You know, of course, I would say we need our next Ascension tier for all the heroes. We need to make a few some changes like that. However, last time that happened, we went to Mythic, and they did a lot of, balancing changes, so it's possible they're working on that, rather than just say, okay, here's a new tier, and everything, all the numbers go up. They did some balancing last time, so I don't know if that's part of it. And that actually took them a while because they did it for 3 weeks. And then, of course, I don't need to tell you about Total War, something that was announced I don't know how long ago, and we just finally got it. Again, I feel like a lot of that was them trying to... Well, first, one thing is you have to space your updates out in the game. You can't just, if they release this game today, we would have all the content that we have, but without those periodic updates, people just lose interest because I think the game's not going to be updated. So it's very important to continually update the game the way they kind of did and kind of pace yourself, you know? Unless you have a game that's topical, like Hurricane Outbreak that I did on my channel, which there's another hurricane, so I'm expecting another spike in interest in that because there's another hurricane off Florida's coast. It's not as big as Hurricane Ian. It's I think Hurricane Nicole. So I mean, again, I'm gonna expect another spike in viewership, and it's funny. It's just funny how that works. But I mean, that's all it takes is something being topical. Now, of course, going into winter, that series isn't going to do anything because we just don't have hurricanes. Maybe if it was Cyclone Outbreak, you would get something in the winter. But that's not what we're going to have today. Oh, finally. And I don't even know how bad Brazil and the South really gets cyclones. But it's something I don't hear about because I don't live in the southern hemisphere, so I don't know what's going on down there. It's interesting, but so much of our landmass is actually on Earth in the northern hemisphere. Unless you're Australian or in South America. Or other outlying smaller countries. But it was kind of interesting when I learned that. I heard that it gets colder down there or something. I don't remember. I shouldn't just make stuff up. I don't need to add to unreliable, so just ignore that. But and there's some of Asia too that's in the southern hemisphere, I think. I'm not Mr. Geography. Don't come to me for geography tips, facts, or lessons. Just don't do that. I have a general knowledge of geography, I could probably tell you where things are in the general vicinity of where they are. But again, I am not Mr. Geography. You couldn't quiz me on, what is the capital of Zimbabwe. I wouldn't know what it is. And I don't know what it is. And now I kind of want to know what it is. But that's a problem for another day. Right now we need to focus on the dragon. Alright, let's see. Come on. Man. Stingy. It's a stingy dragon today. That said, how have you been doing in the game? Outside of my artifact, and I mean, it's not really a problem, But well, it is a problem in terms of like we don't have enough artifact space. That just like the math is very simple, and the fact that the math is not in our favor is kind of unfortunate. Let's leave it at that. It's unfortunate that they have chosen so poorly. Can we do this? Yep. And we of course drain Total War. Yep. And renovation is renovated. And astrology time. So again, I had to mess around with Total War some just to get the artifacts under. It wasn't a perfect. It wasn't perfect by any stretch of the means, but I did at least get enough so that we'll have plenty to do today. So that's good. And I did end up going with the orb. Mostly, well, I don't remember, why did I go with the orb. I don't. Oh, we got some more rune seals, but I don't have a specific reason that why we went with the orb. I sit down and think about it. I think I was just trying to keep them even, because it's really what you're supposed to do. I'm supposed to set a good example, you know? Keep things even, follow the rules, and level the hell out of Christian, because he's going to be my top DPS. And look at that. Now, a lot of people ask about why do the heroes have health and why do they have defense. Again, it's only relevant for Sophia. This is the hero template, and they just used it whether it's relevant or not. This is relevant for your warriors, not relevant for your supports. Outside of Sophia. Having health does matter for Sophia. Alright, let's said, okay, we can awaken this one more time. I think I already, okay, attack increase, not terrible. I mean, our crit damage is definitely lagging. I think I got like 2 crit damage reduced, and I'm like, what the hell? Alright, let's see, we can get rid of this. Wait. Definitely can get rid of that. We need to switch over here. Okay, I do have 3-star orbs. So as I said, we are re-rolling 3-star orbs right now. Because, and I overdid that one, it should have only been 3 books. Oh well, we'll live. Oh, okay, I got 3 5-star. And we are re-rolling them because why not? Actually, it's because I have such a surplus of stuff. Like, it's obscene how much of a surplus I have that I want to make another good orb and ring. And you know what? We can throw it on Austin. And he can just have them, and he can just use our extra, and we just have to be mindful about how much extra there is. But, alright, wait a second. I want a crit damage one, and of course it's going to be a pain in the butt. That's the only one you want. You want crit damage, and that also matters. I mean, like, flat attack is nice for Sophia. Like, she doesn't need crit damage. Flat attack is great for her, and she has a marvelous ring for that. You've seen it. Ugh. I also hate crit damage reduced because it looks like crit damage. You get excited that it's crit damage, and then it's like, ah, sucker, I am not crit damage. And I'm doing the same thing with the ring. I'm going to make again. Did it to me again. I'm going to do the same thing with a ring. And we're just going to give that to Austin, and then, we'll see how it works out in the end, leveling 4 things at the same time. But to me, it's really just like, okay, this is going to be a filler. This is going to be filler time. Because obviously I was producing too much, and I'm not going to, seriously level it. It's just like, okay, I have extra for my 4-star. Here you go. Damn. So much trash. And of course, this is so tedious and so unfun. Like, I need to emphasize that to you. Honestly, at this point, I feel like we need to make sure we feed this guy. Yep, feed him books first. I will say with books being first, it's much easier with the orbs, because you always have books first in front of the orbs. Now the interesting thing is, what happens if I run up with a bunch of orbs, they can just, I don't have to make an orb. Boom, 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 boom. It's more like I don't know what to do with the extra material I have. I think that's all I can do. Yep, and then we're maxed out, and we don't have enough to ascend. Same thing with the ring. Maxed out, does not have enough to ascend. We still have 60 left, so we will just keep grinding out these orbs. So it's trickier with rings, because rings come in front, and rings, you have to scroll through all the rings. Crit resist, not what I want to see. Be nice if I could just get what I want, which is crit damage. Like, I don't even care about re-rolling Awakenings anymore. Because, again, the only one that... I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, would I rather have, like, attack over, crit damage reduce? Absolutely. 100%. With Sophia it would be something different, but, she doesn't care about crit damage. She cares about HP and HP percent. But you get the idea. Would I like something nice? Absolutely. Am I getting something nice? Absolutely not. Alright, let's... Whoops. We still have plenty left over. That's kind of surprising. Alright, one more shot it looks like. And that's hip health percentage. And survey says this is defense. Alright, so what do we have left over? We have 3 books left over. I mean, that's a lot more manageable than what we've had recently. And yeah, her ring is ready to go too, so based off of where Christian's at, we'll make another orb tomorrow, and we're just going to keep seeing how this helps his damage. So right now, we're at about 2.9 million. His ring is 43.2% with 1290 crit damage. His orb is lacking in crit damage at 860 and 40.5%. But I mean, that's 1.4 times this is now his special attack. So that's huge from just him holding a crit book before, which did like very little. This actually is doing more than the crit book he had, by the way. Now granted, you could roll a crit book to get crit on it, as you know, but yeah. Might as well just take the orb for the super special damage. Okay, so we're at 120, and a week is still kind of weak at 70, but it's still early in the week. Working on the Hero Pass, and we have completed the Kingdom Pass once the other day, so that's done. And let's see, have anything else to give to Christian? Nope. He's going to be our first Hero Pass 10,000, I'll tell you that. And let's level up the castle, and again, you don't see the health increase here, but I'm going to show you where to find it. And wow, we're almost halfway through 68,000. So again, 10 and over 250,000. So I mean, it's still slow going, but it's going up. Excuse me, and the fact that it's going up is what matters. That was weird. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do the sanctuary. I can't believe I almost forgot this. I mean, I know why I forgot it. Nothing happens. I need your luck so badly for this, because nothing good ever happens. This is our other thing we have to do. But I mean, I could at least maybe have some luck today. Alright, let's see. We're going to need some gold. Yeah, hopefully that's enough gold. Should be. Alright, Sophia. Will your runes behave today? Let's see. Oh, we can't even try that. You don't need crit damage. Christian, will your runes behave today? Okay. Fingers crossed. Nope. Not even close. Oh, I'm actually too broke to do that. How about that? I actually ran myself out of money. Leveling the castle is expensive. I mean, it doesn't matter. We got enough back for one more try. It didn't work anyways. Christian, you're going to have the best defense. Penetration. I like how this is ahead of the one we need, which is crit dam. So how about that? Same with this crit. Again, I really shouldn't waste these runes, but I mean, since Christian's going to be our main DPS, we might as well. That said, once again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.